Hi folks, Chef Ian here, and we're continuing on with our $10 Aldi chicken and how we're going to make 7 meals from that. So meal 1 was obviously the roast. So we've got our chook that is cooled down, and now we're just going to break it down. So all I'm going to be doing here is breaking all the meat off the chicken. I'm going to separate the drumstick and thigh meat into one, and all the usable parts. So I'll just bust off this other thigh. We're taking the skin off. We're not going to throw it away though. That's going to go into with all our bones to make a beautiful chicken stock that's going to be part of the meal. Beautiful chicken and vegetable. So we're not throwing anything away here. Everything will be used. Just want to make sure, as I said, we've got all the meat off. Now, taking our wings out, and then breaking down the breasts, stripping all that meat off. So all this will all be used. That's what will go in the stock. The oysters are going to go in there. Now, just make sure we take all that bone out. That's again removing the skin. So we've got, let's make sure we've got that wishbone out. Okay, so we've got our breasts, the wings. We're just going to chuck that in with the thigh meat as well. Where are we at? The tip. When you've got a whole chicken, you'll be surprised how much meat comes off it. So this is all going to be utilised. Okay. So our breast meat, what I'm doing with this is just going to slice it. The breast meat we're going to make 4 dishes from, and the thigh and the wing we're going to make into 2. So I'm just going to chop that meat up as well. But we are separating it because we're going to be doing some different technique with both of these dishes. All right. So that's our meat broken down. Now our carcass, we're going to make that into a stock, and I'll show you that in a separate tutorial. And that's also going to then be coming out to be our base for our chicken, vegetable and noodle soup. With these, now I'm going to split that in half because we're going to divide that, and we're going to make 2 separate dishes with the thigh. And with the breast meat, we're going to roughly divide that into 4. If you want to, you can sit there and measure it out to get exact, but you know, just going to get a rough. So next concept is obviously your little Ziploc bags, and putting the meat in those label them up, and then pop them in the freezer. So the whole concept behind this too is that, you know, with our roast chook, we're not going to be eating, you know, 7 nights of having chicken. The idea now is that you can have that, put that aside, and pull that out when you need it. So I'll bust those down into into 6 separate bags, pop them into my freezer, and then when we do the next recipe, I'll show you how we actually go through each one. So we've got 6 more recipes to do, including the soup and obviously the stock. So the same with the stock, I'll actually put all that into a larger bag, all that carcass, all the bones, and that's going to be a great base for us. You know, I get frustrated when I see people buy a chicken and they just throw this straight in the bin. This is a great resource that can be utilised in your kitchen. So we'll continue on our series on this tomorrow, and we'll do the next recipe. And as I said, show you how you can, as I said, get 7 meals, all for under $5, using a $10 chicken from Aldi. So catch you tomorrow. All the best.